Hey Jen, I can't believe it's the last week either. It seems like it's gone by so fast. Just because the 4 weeks are up, I don't want you to think you can't contact me or ask me questions or follow up with me. I'd love to see how you're doing throughout the rest of your really your career. I want to keep in touch with you. I want to see how you're doing. I want to see how these things we talked about. Moving forward, help you. So please know you can always email me, Facebook me, whatever you need. My personal email is my last name, Kerrigan, and then the number 4 at bellsouth.net. Or you can always email me at Seniorology, which is info@seniorology.com. And then, of course, you can always Facebook me and all that good stuff. But anyway, so I wanted to. Do a quick run through the list of your goals for your business. I looked at them, and these are all great goals. I find that sometimes, well, I'll actually be honest with you, tell you the truth. The very first, when I started, I really didn't think about goals too much. I mean, I thought about things in my mind, like, oh, that'd be nice. I'd like to do this, that, and the other. But I thought the idea of writing down specific goals, I was like, what is that going to do? But the first time I actually made myself sit down and write down the goals, um, that year I accomplished most of them on that list. Um, Really, just by the simple fact that I wrote them down, I guess made me in my head know to strive for them as opposed to just kind of flying by the seat of my pants or whatever. So I definitely think every year writing down goals, small ones, big ones, crazy ones, whatever, just write them down and, hang them up somewhere near your computer. Like if you have a bulletin board or just a sticky note on your computer screen, somewhere where you kind of have to see them every so often, just to kind of remember what it is you're working toward. It really does help. Again, I didn't really think it would, but it did. And I do it every year. So I definitely think this is good to write them down. You've written them down here in this post, but I would take the time and write them on a piece of paper and stick them up in your office somewhere so you know what you're working toward. So that would be my first piece of advice. Again, reading through these, I think they're awesome, awesome goals. Some of them big, some of them not as big. So I think that's good. Okay, so the first one you said implement a senior rep plan and find some good reps. And then I read what you said about the first time you did a rep program, it didn't go so well. Well, let me tell you, mine did not either the first time I went did one. So please don't feel bad. It is one of those things that really just has to continually be worked at and tweaking until you find what works for you and your market. Seniors don't always respond to the same things that other seniors do in different markets. So figuring out what will really sort of get them interested and motivate them to be a rep is key. But I'll tell you, whenever I first did mine, I had 4 girls just like you did, and I ended up giving them just about everything. And in turn, I got 0, not even one referral, not one, because they really had no reason to. But also looking back on it, I think it's because I didn't educate them well because it was my first one, and so I didn't push them on the things they were supposed to do. I let the mothers sort of walk all over me and get more out of me than they should have. Different things like that. But that just comes from being new to it. Um, but you learn from that. And the one thing you can count on is while they may not have gotten you any referrals, I'm pretty sure you probably got some amazing photos out of it for your portfolio. So you just kind of have to look at the positive, and then you have to look at what didn't work, and you have to revamp it for the next year. And little by little, it's not an overnight success. And I don't care what photographer out there looks like they're doing a really good job at senior reps, it was not an overnight success for them either. It is just something that you have to keep working at. And little by little, more and more seniors will become familiar with it. And then more and more will start to say, hey, who was that photographer you did that model thing with? And little by little, they'll start coming to you as opposed to you having to go out and get them. I'm at that point now. but again, for the first couple of years, I had to go out and say, please be my rep, and contact people specifically and ask for people to be the rep. Now I kind of have people that will come and fill out the application, and it's getting to be more popular every year that I do it. And so that means more and more people do it, but you still have to continually work at it and tweak things and get it exactly the way you want. So I challenge you to just rethink it, write it out what you want to do this time. It's not too late. I know a lot of people think you have to do it back in, January, February, and that is a great time to do it, but I still don't think it's too late. As long as you can get something together and planned out and maybe do the shoot before school starts, then they'll have marketing tools to go back to school with and start really talking to their friends about it, because then juniors are going to start seeing it too. And the next year, when you want to start it earlier in the year, those juniors will at least have heard about the seniors that did it, and you'll get some more people interested. I would contact those reps again. It's very hard for seniors to respond. You have to really, I mean, you can't be annoying, but you definitely can't just contact them once. You need to contact them again. Do you have their, I don't know how you contacted them, but if you have their cell numbers, I would text them, because they're going to text you back quicker than they will Facebook or email you. They never respond to email, or at least mine don't. So I would ask them again. Just even if you can just get somebody to say, hey, so and so would be a good one. You can contact maybe a cheer coach or a some sports coach or somebody, and say, hey, do you know of a rising senior that might be deserving of a free photo shoot? And that generally will get people to not nominate seniors or give you a name of somebody. That's how I got on my second year doing a senior rep program. So that would work as well. So I would just sit down and figure out. And here's the other thing: earn prints. I really don't think seniors respond to that so much anymore. So what I do is I do one big rep shoot, and then all they have to do is get one referral, and they get their senior rep shoot for free. And I know that doesn't seem like a lot that they have to do, but I want them excited. I want them to get that first one, and I want them to want their own senior photo session from me. So that's kind of why I do that. So their big senior rep shoot is kind of really, really styled and not what they would typically wear and things like that. So they have a good time and they want to show off those images, but it's still not their senior session. So they have to work at least toward their own specific senior session. And that's just the session. It doesn't come with the prints or anything like that. So then every referral after that, they get $25 cash, which does motivate the seniors. And then when they get to certain levels of referrals, they get things like prints or products or CD of images or things like that, because that's what the parents want. But it makes them work for that stuff too. So I kind of have a combination of something that I think motivates the teens and something that I think will be good for the mom. So you may want to try something like that. But I would definitely say go ahead and try to implement one. It can't hurt. It can only help you, and it can get the word out that you're still doing that. So then the next year they will want to do it. Okay, book more seniors. That's just a matter of continuing to shoot what you want to shoot and show what it is that you want to shoot, and making it Instagram, social media, Facebook, constantly do that, and just get out there in the face of teens, and get these reps to refer you, and you'll start booking more seniors. We all want to book more seniors. Heck, I want to book more seniors. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, but it's a constant proactive thing. Okay, figure out in-person ordering and get that going. Yes, that's a great goal. Really, you don't need much to get that going. Like I told you before, I simply did an in-person order appointment the first time, just with me and my laptop, and I showed them the images on Bridge, and we starred the ones they liked, and we you know how you can like color code them, like Command 8 turns it green, or puts a little green thing on there. Command 6 does red, so those are the ones they didn't like. That's very simple. You don't need anything. But you being there with them and walking them through those steps will be the first step toward doing in-person ordering. If you want to take it a step further, you can always show a slideshow at the beginning. That always gets them super emotional. You can buy Apple TV for only $99, and then you can plug it into your TV at home and just show the slideshow and show the images that way.